Take on the Playwrights Horizon's production of Grey Gardens. But first, we're joined by Roma Torrey, who's here with her review of the Lincoln Center Theater's production of Michael John lachiusa's Bernarda, Alba. Roma.
All right, thank you, Donna. Michael John lachiusa is a name that sparks lengthy debate on both sides of the theater aisle. He's hopelessly esoteric, say some, while others regard him as a musical visionary. His latest, based on Federico Garcia Lorca's last play, The House of Bernarda Alba, is no exception. Suitably intense and impassioned, it nevertheless fails to translate the full depth of the Spanish classic to the musical stage. When he wrote The House of Bernarda Alba, Garcia Lorca was working on many levels. Bernarda rules her house with the iron fist of a fascist dictator, and in the wake of her husband's death, she closes the doors to the world, forcing her 5 unmarried daughters, along with her senile mother and several servants, into a cruel seclusion. The sisters are reduced to squabbling bitterly. It was a deliberate statement on the repressive Spanish regime in the 30s, but it was also a deeply personal tragedy about Spain's rural women, who suffered terribly in that harshly restrictive society. Under the direction of frequent collaborator Graciela Daniel, the musical, staged on a mostly bare set featuring little more than chairs, is conceptually abstract. Choreographed to the stomping rhythms of Lorca's beloved flamenco, the effect is somewhat distancing. Part of the problem has to do with the musical demands of lachiusa's complex score on a diverse ensemble. The women, all game but not equally up to the challenge, betray a clash of styles. The result is somewhat jarring for the audience. Ultimately, they're not all on the same page in terms of culture or talent, and the inconsistency carries over to the intricate music, which is alternately exhilarating and weird. Promising a galloping climax, it fails to raise the pulse beyond even a trot, and what should be a devastating finale is only mildly involving. Phylicia Rashad brings power and resonance to the title role, but she seems a bit out of step as a Spanish doña. Among the daughters, Daphne rubin-vega as the ugly one and Nikki M. James as the youngest and most beautiful succeed in conveying the torment of their sexual repression.
I'll wear my green dress, I'll have nothing to hide. I'll love while I can, the time that I have. I'll dance with the man who knows me.
This is what we come to expect from the uncompromising lachiusa. His shows, while thoughtful and ambitious, are also self-consciously artful. It's full of sound and fury, but this House of Bernarda Alba needs an emotional foundation. Donna.
Now, Roma, how do you feel about Michael John lachiusa's other works?
I think he's immensely talented, and all of his works have been elaborate affairs. I mean, remember Marie Christine? It was very ambitious.
Right. Wild Party.
And all very well done. The only problem, there's always been a missing ingredient, and that is this sense of emotion. And in almost every case, all the shows that I've seen, I was just not feeling it. Although cerebrally, I was appreciating it, and the music has some beautiful stretches. It's just, it's uneven. And if only he could put it all together, he'd have a masterpiece.
Right. He's always pushing the envelope. Maybe it'll come together next
Well, he's
time.
young, and he certainly writes a lot. So one day, he'll hit the target.
Okay, thanks,
Sure.
Roma.